Chloe, can we talk for a minute?
Hi, Fisher.
Today, were you going on a walk with another man?
What?
Today at work, I had a lot of time off, so I went out for a bit during my break. And around 2 p.m. today, I was passing by the main plaza downtown, and I saw you walking with another man by one of the hotels there.
What? So you're just going to assume that I'm cheating on you because you saw me walking with a man like that by the hotel?
Well, considering you were leaning right up into his chest as you both walked, looking at him in the eyes, I have a pretty good reason to suspect you're cheating on me.
What?
And if you're gonna tell me that he's just a friend, then can we please set you some boundaries when it comes to other male friends you might have? So could you please explain to me what I just saw today?
So you really saw that much? Big mistake on my part. I never thought that you'd be on a break at that time of day and actually be walking around downtown.
So does this mean you are cheating on me?
Well, I have no choice but to confess now. That was me, with another man, Fisher. And today, him and I were at the hotel making love to one another. Alright, that's what you wanted to hear, right? Therefore, it means you and I are no longer a thing anymore.
Hold it right there.
What do you want?
Do you have any idea who that man is? And could that be the reason behind why you were in his arms walking today?
Of course I know who he is. His name is Luke, but he just happened to be a really important IT employee. At the company he is currently working for right now, he has to be making around $120,000 a year. Actually, I've seen that he's making that much, so...
So you're after his money then?
If you even want to come close to what he's making, then you're going to have to find a better job. But that's impossible for you, right? You ended up going to work at your father's factory, so that's all you're good for, and there's no moving up from there.
I like to think that my family is making just the right amount of money there to be happy, and the same goes for myself. Thanks for saying something like that about me, though.
You and I are breaking up now, so who cares what I say? I don't need to be with the son of some CEO who is only called that by name.
Is that so? Well, then make sure to promise me that in the future, if you ever want to come crying back to me, you won't.
I have no reason to come crying back to you. What would I be even crying about in the first place?
It doesn't really matter at this point. Anyway, I'm going now.
Yeah, goodbye forever.
Fisher, long time no see. I'm sure you're already aware of this, but I just happened to take your girlfriend from you.
Sorry about that. Hey, it's been a while. And I'm sure you're talking to me right now after hearing about how I saw you with Chloe.
That's right.
But why are you back with her again? I don't care how much you've hated me all this time. I did never expect for you to go taking her away from me in the end.
Well, I'm sure nobody would have expected this, but she told me that she doesn't need some useless man like you anymore. Chloe so happens to be a far better woman than even you might have suspected. That's why she knows a real man when she sees one.
What? Has Chloe really been that amazing of a woman?
Now you're gonna try acting all tough about the breakup or something? I know you, Fisher, and I know that you were only ever with her thinking about what all she has in terms of wealth.
Her wealth?
You can stop playing dumb with me now, bud. Chloe happens to be in charge of one of the most famous beauty salons in this city and is making a lot of money doing so. And considering that she's the one managing that place right now, who knows where she'll move up to next when promoted?
Huh. So you're after her money too?
You're the one saying that about me?
Well, whatever, I guess. I've lost all my feelings for Chloe by this point, so I no longer care what she has to do with you and what you guys have planned later on together. Go have fun, Luke.
Huh?
I've already broken up with her by this point, so she's no longer any of my business. If you guys plan to start dating seriously, then go ahead. And if you guys plan to get married, then go right ahead. None of that is anything for me to be bothered with.
Oh, marriage, huh? That's a good idea. Her and I just need to hand in our marriage papers now, and then all that money in her pockets will become mine. Well, now that you know what I'm after, don't you dare lay a finger on that woman again, okay?
I have no intent of ever going around Chloe ever again, Luke. Seriously, man, you enjoy her all you want.
Fisher, I'm going to start letting everyone know that since yesterday you have been my ex-boyfriend, okay? I want everyone to know that there is no chance of you and I ever getting back together again. And that means you need to give up whatever feelings you have left for me.
What's all this about? I saw you cheating on me already, so you don't have to be worried about me ever wanting you back.
I know for a fact that it's not easy for you to just give up a woman like me. And that's why I want you and everyone else knowing that we're never going to be a thing again. Please understand that right now. And also be aware that Luke and I are finishing filling out our marriage forms.
Is that right? Well, enjoy your guy's marriage.
I can't believe that him and I are actually going to be husband and wife.
Which is pretty crazy since you only just broke up with me yesterday.
Well, I wanted to make sure him and I were married the moment you were gone.
Well, you guys still aren't fully married yet, right?
That's true, but in about 2 hours we will be.
That's pretty fast.
Well, come on now, Fisher. He already proposed to me yesterday, and if I were to say no to a man with his specs already, he'd probably move on to someone else and I'd regret everything. He told me that he loved me so much that he wanted to hand in the papers right away, and that's why I told him to make it happen. And the next day we were off to the courthouse. That being today.
You both were in that much of a rush? How crazy.
Don't call me crazy for doing something like that.
I shouldn't. All right, sorry about that.
I get that all of this has to be heartbreaking to you. But when it comes to men, the only thing that matters is the amount of money they have. Which means unlikely, Luke. You are a completely different kind of man since you have no money.
So is that it from you then?
Huh?
You started to text me again to let me know that you and I are officially broken up and that I'm to never expect anything from you again, right? Since you've already told me all of that, this means there's no need to be talking to you anymore. Actually, does Luke even know that you're texting me right now?
No, of course, I wouldn't tell him about this.
Then that means this conversation is over.
What? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Anything else? What do you want to talk about?
You see...
Did you want me to have a bit more of an entertaining reaction or something to everything? Well, here, let me say this. I'm really sorry to say this about the man you're marrying, but the fact that you chose him is insanely hilarious. I've been laughing so much about it that my abs hurt.
Huh?
Well, congrats on that marriage. Now, I'm pretty busy, so I gotta run.
Fisher, I have something to tell you. I have something very important to tell you.
Congrats on getting married. There, are we done now?
Huh?
After thinking about what you told me yesterday, I was assuming that was the news you had for me. I'm tired of having to talk with you, so I thought I'd take us right to the end of the conversation.
What the hell, man? Let me have my fun for a bit, you little jerk. Couldn't you read the freaking air or something?
If you're gonna bring up reading the air, then don't message me anymore.
Huh?
You are literally talking to your wife's ex-boyfriend right now after they only just broke up yesterday. Doesn't all of that seem a little bit screwed up to you?
Shut the hell up, Fisher. I'm here to tell you that we're married now so that you won't even think twice about trying to get her back. That's all.
I don't care about her anymore, so you can go ahead and relax now. I can tell already that things aren't going to go well with that woman, so it was pretty easy for me to stop loving her.
What? All right, okay. You're just gonna keep crying like a loser until the very end, huh?
What?
All right then. This is all I needed to do. That's the end of the news I had for you. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Especially since you just lost your girlfriend to me and are left with no money at all now. Hey, Fisher! Did you freaking know about all this?
What do you want from me now, bozo?
I'm talking about her salary! I took a look at how much she's making a month. How the hell is a manager of a salon as popular as that only making $1,000 a month?
Oh, good point. If things haven't changed since she was dating me, then that would mean she's only working part-time for a sports bar.
Huh?
The only person I know related to Chloe that's the manager of a beauty salon is her aunt.
Her aunt?
That salon and the sports bar that Chloe is working at are in the same building, but she's not actually working there or anything. Did she tell you she worked in that building or something and never actually told what business she's working for? Not that I care or anything.
What? How much is she making a year then?
Last year she made a whopping $9,000 if I'm remembering that correctly.
That little... So she literally has no wealth.
Well, that's because she's only working part-time.
Why did you never tell me this before?
Shut the hell up, dude. You really think I cared about either of you after learning you'd both been going out behind my back? Also, I kind of believed that she might have gotten a job as the manager there or something, considering she was already lying to me about you. Now, would you stop getting all upset with me when neither of you are my business and I was the one who was told to go away? Next time, how about you don't go out stealing women from other men, and you might end up with a decent person. No shameful person like yourself is gonna end up with anything good in life if you keep doing things like that. And like hell I'll ever tell a man like you anything after you just stole my girlfriend from me.
No freaking way, though!
So now that you understand how much I don't care about you two, leave me out of your post-marriage mess that you're both in now. Bye!
Fisher! Hey, this is me, Chloe. There is something wrong with how much Luke is making every month. He should be working for such a major company right now, yet he's only made $1,000 last month. What the hell is that all about?
Let me guess. You had a closer look at his income and realized that he was only making that much from 1 month's worth of work?
That's right. I am the wife after all, so it's my job to make sure there is enough money coming in for me. And that's what I had to look at the amount. I was in awe. Only $1,000 a month?
Well, Luke is only working part-time.
Huh? He only works part-time?
He's working for that large IT company like you were saying a while back. But he's only working part-time for them, and that's it.
What?
About a year ago, Luke was just living at home with his parents, not even working at all. But then one of his family members came by and said he should at least start trying to make some money for himself and introduced him to that company. He didn't have many skills at the time or experience, so they only gave him a part-time position.
He was just sitting in his parents' house a year ago?
Yup.
Wait, how come you know so much about Luke? I've never even knew any of that about him, and I'm his wife.
So you didn't even know about the relationship he and I have before you started cheating on me?
What relationship?
Luke used to be my little brother.
Little brother?
He used to be, okay?
What does that even mean?
I'm sure I've already told you this story, but when I was just 3 years old, my mom passed away. And so a little while later, my dad ended up getting married to another woman. And, well, the child that woman brought along when marrying my dad was Luke. Then, a little over a year ago, my dad ended up divorcing his mom.
And so that's why you say he used to be your little brother?
That's the reason why. Well, during that whole time my dad was married to his mom, he always hated my guts. So when they got a divorce, I was finally free to live without that idiot around me all the time. And since then, I hadn't spoken to him at all, really. We still both live in the same town, though, so I can hear about what's going on with him from some of our mutual friends and whatnot.
What the hell? So you knew from the very beginning that Luke was only working part-time at that company? Why did you never even tell me anything?
You think your ex-boyfriend who you broke up with would care to tell you anything? What's strange is that when Luke came to me talking about taking you, he said that you were working for your aunt's salon as the manager and were making lots of money.
Huh?
Did you never actually tell him about how you were just working part-time for the bar in that same building and that it was your aunt running the beauty salon?
We talked about some of that, but...
So what happened is, to get him to want to marry you, you lied about your line of work so that he'd think you had money yourself as well.
What the hell?
Anyway, I don't have anything to do with you two. So now that you understand how much I don't care about you two, leave me out of your post-marriage mess that you're both in now.
Fisher?
Goodbye forever. Now that both Chloe and Luke understood the whole truth about one another's income and work, after having finished talking to me, they both got into a massive fight. And that whole time, neither of them considered themselves to be at fault for anything that had happened. This then led to the both of them continuing to tell one another the things that were really true about themselves. Things like how both of them were thinking the other had lots of money, so they began to buy all kinds of things on their credit cards, thinking they'd be able to pay it off after the marriage. And about how both of them don't really have anything saved up in any of their bank accounts. All sorts of crazy things like that. As of right now, those two are living in a small apartment that Chloe's aunt is helping them rent. And while they're staying there, they're both still getting into these huge fights that cause all kinds of noise complaints from the other tenants. When Chloe's aunt was finally made aware of all the complaints, she went and ended the contract on that apartment room without even telling her niece or Luke. They were then kicked out of that place the following day. This then led to the two getting a divorce immediately afterwards and moving back to their parents' houses, where they work under their parents' supervision, not being allowed out of the house for anything besides work. And this will continue to be their lives until they've paid off all the debt they were in and show promises of actually being able to live on their own again. But I'm almost certain that they won't be able to make things work on their own ever again, and will most likely get kicked out of their parents' houses the moment their parents realize how terrible they are to keep around. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.